The Red Derby, Liverpool versus Manchester United, has never been just about 3 points. It's always a collision of pride, history, and pure intensity. This time, Liverpool host United at Anfield, and there are a few things worth laying out before we get into it. Over the past few years, Liverpool have been regular title contenders. Last season they climbed back to the top, and on paper, they still look dangerous. But lately, the form has been shaky, 3 straight defeats, performances dipping, and morale clearly hit. As for United, ever since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, their competitiveness has dropped off sharply. They're still one of the biggest global clubs, with fans everywhere, but their performances have been inconsistent, and they haven't been able to stay near the Premier League summit for years. This season also started rough, but in the last couple of matches, things are looking a bit better. Both attack and defense are showing signs of recovery. You can feel that revival energy building up. And of course, this rivalry is one of the most iconic fixtures in English football. The whole world will be watching. The October 19th clash isn't just a contest for 3 points, it's a battle of morale and prestige. Recent media buzz. In the past few days, the media have been buzzing with stories, injuries, tactical adjustments, and even psychological undercurrents. Here are a few I find especially interesting. Sky Sports pointed out that Liverpool's recent losses exposed serious issues at fullback. Too many times they've been beaten down the wings. For Aaron Slot, that's a major problem he must fix immediately. NBC Sports highlighted that United have several defensive and midfield setups to choose from, with Euro, De Ligt, and Shaw possibly forming the defensive backbone. Another outlet, United Beyond, reported that Mazraoui could feature, a potential wild card on the right side of defense. And Sportsmole mentioned that Amorim has received backing from within the club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe publicly expressed his trust, which is definitely a morale boost inside the United camp. All these reports aren't just fragments, they reveal both teams' hidden cards. Who's injured, who's being protected, who's being risked, all of it reflects their tactical mindset and direction. Predicted lineups and key matchups. Now, let's take a look at the predicted lineups from a few major outlets and highlight some interesting tactical matchups. NBC Sports predicts Liverpool might start Mamardashvili in goal, suggesting Alisson might still be recovering. The backline could be Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kerkez. In midfield, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch. Up front, Salah, Wurtz, Isaac or Ekitike. For United, multiple formations are possible, especially across defense and midfield. Who Scored even suggests they could try an unconventional setup, maybe a back 3 or pressing structure, to handle Liverpool's midfield overloads. United Beyond also predicts Euro, De Ligt, and Shaw might form the backline, with Mazraoui potentially playing on the right. So the key differences are pretty clear. Will Liverpool really change goalkeepers? A switch like that can signal trust issues in the backline. Will United go with 4 at the back or a 3 centre-back system? That directly affects how they handle Liverpool's high press and wide attacks. And in midfield, a double pivot or a trio. That determines who controls the tempo and how each side imposes their rhythm. These differences form the foundation for our tactical breakdown next. Manager press conferences. At Friday's press conference, Aaron Slot said this game isn't just about grabbing 3 points, it's about living up to expectations. He acknowledged United's strength and said they've prepared multiple tactical plans. He's still assessing players returning from international duty and won't reveal the lineup early. He didn't talk details, but emphasized intensity, pressing, and quick transitions. At Anfield, he said, Liverpool must use speed and execution to maximize their home advantage. In short, focus on the next game, prove it through performance. Amorim, in his own presser, said this Red Derby is absolutely crucial for them. After beating Sunderland, they want to show again that the team is improving, especially in how they finish chances and defend their own box. He thanked Sir Jim Ratcliffe for his support but said there's no time to take it slow. At United, it's always about the next match. He reminded everyone that their last trip to Anfield wasn't bad, they showed they can fight toe-to-toe with anyone. He also admitted United tend to perform better against stronger teams, maybe because expectations are lower, so there's less pressure. To truly change that mindset, they need momentum, back-to-back wins to rebuild confidence. Injuries? Martinez is close to full training, Mazraoui needs assessment. Most internationals are fine, though a few who travelled long distances, like to Japan, will be rotated carefully. Young keeper LoMing's impressed in his debut, but that doesn't mean he's guaranteed to start. At United, first impressions matter, but consistency matters more. He also stressed the importance of improving youth development and club structure, not just chasing results, but giving staff and young players the right environment to thrive. As for catching Liverpool? He smiled. Both clubs have had their ups and downs. Our goal now is just to win one game at a time. Tactical battle breakdown. All right, now the big question, how will these two giants actually clash? Here are the key tactical fronts I think will decide the match. Keycap 1: pressing and midfield control. Liverpool's signature weapon is their high press, the front and midfield pressing together to choke the opposition's build-up. If they can force United into mistakes early on, they'll seize the advantage. United, on the other hand, will probably need long balls, wing breaks, or quick counters to escape that pressure. Keycap 2: wing battles. If Liverpool can get Wirtz and Kerkez pushing wide, they'll look to create cutbacks and crosses whenever space opens. United's right side, if Mazraoui plays, could become their key to counter-attacks and pressing from deep. If he's solid, that also helps contain Liverpool's wide threats. Keycap 3: midfield dynamics and tempo. If Liverpool go with Szoboszlai and Gravenberch as a double pivot, with McAllister pushing higher, their midfield will keep shifting between attack and defence seamlessly. United might go for a more defensive setup, slowing down the tempo and disrupting Liverpool's rhythm. Keycap for defensive stability versus attacking explosiveness. Liverpool's rotation and injuries could cause defensive gaps, and if that happens, United's counter-attacks could bite hard. United may start conservatively, waiting for Liverpool to overcommit before striking on the break. Keycap 5: bench depth and fitness. Liverpool have more depth, meaning they can rotate and make tactical changes late on. If United's energy fades, Liverpool might dominate the final 20 minutes. So overall, the keys to this match are: who seizes midfield control first? The duel between wing attack and defensive support. Which side's defense holds stronger under pressure? And who's fitter and sharper in the final phase? Manager pressure. In big games like this, pressure always magnifies. Onslaught is under heavy scrutiny after 3 straight defeats. If he doesn't get a result here, media criticism will only get louder, and patience from fans and the board will fade. Amorim also feels pressure, but the backing from Sir Jim helps ease it slightly. Still, pressure affects decision-making. You might see late subs, cautious tactics, or hesitations when the game turns. Player mentality. Finally, let's talk mindset. Mistakes or magic moments often come from how players handle pressure. For Liverpool, Gravenberch reportedly has a slight knock but should play, and of course, he doesn't want to miss a clash like this. McAllister has been inconsistent and will want to use this match to regain confidence. Up front, the chemistry between Isaac or Ekitike options could be key. Who adapts faster, who clicks better? For United, if Mazraoui really returns, that'll lift the defence's morale. If not, and the backline struggles, mental pressure could rise quickly, and mistakes follow. In matches like this, sometimes stamina, mental strength, and composure decide the result more than technical skill. Betting odds and personal take. Looking at the odds. Liverpool's average win odds have drifted from 1.49 to 1.59. While United's have shortened from 6.20 down to 5.02. In the last 10 years, Liverpool's home odds versus United usually sat around 1.3 something or above 2.0, so this current range is rare. Maybe it hints at a more balanced matchup than usual. Taking all that into account, I genuinely believe United have a real chance here. Casemiro is likely to start, and United's losing rate drops significantly when he does. Plus, young keeper LoMing showed confidence in his first match, and honestly, compared to last season when Onana and Henderson looked shaky, a calm goalkeeper could transform the whole defense. Meanwhile, Liverpool are in a turbulent period. Their wing defence keeps leaking, and up front, Salah looks distracted by Saudi links, Wurtz hasn't yet adapted to the Premier League, and Isaac seems low on confidence. All things considered, I think United can take points at Anfield, and if things go their way, maybe even steal a win. That's it for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, share, and comment. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Bye for now.